All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Today, I'm excited to bring you Keywordly. This is a brand new keyword research tool that just hit AppSumo today on March 24th. So they say you can find the right keywords and generate engaging content strategy ideas with this AI tool. We can scroll down here and see that they are saying it's an alternative to Quora and SEMrush. These are the two big heavy-hitting SEO and keyword research tools that have been on the market for years and years and years, and they've always been the industry-leading standard tools for professional SEOs, right? The problem with these tools is that they're quite expensive. Even for their lowest plans per month, you're going to be spending over $100 per month on these tools. That's why a lot of people that are just getting started, maybe only have one or two websites they're working on, it's really hard to justify that very expensive monthly payment. So that's where a tool like this comes in. We're going to check it out in just a minute. So the couple things that they talk about right over here in the TLDR is create a keyword list with automatic clustering to categorize similar keywords for a better content strategy. Now, I do want to kind of highlight this part right over here, because when we go and look at the plans and features, you'll see that for tier 1 and tier 2, I don't believe clustering is available. So I don't know if I would make such a big claim right here for everybody, because not everybody's going to be jumping into tier 3 or higher. I don't think that we get the clustering features. So I'm not really sure that I would have put that right there. It's a little bit false advertising just from what I'm seeing, because like I said, I don't think you get, not all the plans get clustering. And I'll be talking more about that later as well. Now, the unique part about this tool is that it uses Reddit and Quora keywords to help you find trending topics and spark content ideas, which I actually like the idea of this. They're bringing something a little bit different to the game. That's refreshing. They're scraping Quora and Reddit to see what people are talking about, what questions in your niche that they're talking about on these giant platforms. They get millions and millions and millions of people on their sites per month. Instead of just doing keyword research the old-fashioned way, which is, what are people searching for on Google, they're taking it a step further, and we're looking at Reddit and Quora. So I found that pretty unique. There's some other, it kind of reminds me a little bit of it's finding people also ask type keywords and some of those question and answer type of keyword sites. I'm going to go over here, click on from the founder. So this is founded in June 2024. So it looks like it's fairly new. It's been around for about 7-8 months. It's bootstrapped, and there's 1 to 10 employees. So this is a small team, a small project. You just have to know that. Unfortunately, some of these keyword tools, the keyword tools, they require bandwidth. Every time you look up or you scrape the internet and stuff like that, it requires bandwidth and technology on the back end for these software tools. And unfortunately, some of the really nice looking keyword research tools, in the last year or two have not really stayed alive from what I've seen. So they kind of have that hurting them a little bit, just their niche, right? The keyword research tools, they usually come out of the gate swinging and they are very impressive, but they just don't sustain. So we know that. I'm being upfront and honest with you about that. So you just kind of have to know what you're getting into, that you are helping support this tool by purchasing this lifetime deal. There's no guarantee that it will be around forever. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. With buying lifetime deals, you guys know the drill. So there has not been any reviews, and this literally just hit the site. You can see it's 7:20 a.m. and that's mountain time over here. So I'm not sure. I think AppSumo usually releases them around 8 or 9 a.m. on my mountain time. And so it looks like they released it an hour early today, because there's no questions, there's no reviews or anything. So we're going to jump right in let's go to the plans and features real quick. So license tier 1. And I remember all these highlights. I do like this. They're showing you how much money you're saving by being a plus member, right? I'm a plus member, so I automatically get this discount right here applied. And if you're buying tools on a monthly basis, it pays for itself. It's worth it. You get a discount. It's pretty nice. So license tier 1 is $59. And I don't like to see this right over here. This is a marketing thing, but you're going to get 150 credits per month. This is going to be the biggest separator right here, is how much credits you get. But I can tell you right now, right off the bat, I'm just not pleased with seeing, keyword clustering and gap analysis. I understand AI articles that maybe you want a higher tier. I don't think a lot of people are going to be using the article writer anyway. We all have our koalas and our agility writers and our SEO writing AIs. We all have our really good AI writers. And so that's not a big deal to me. But when you have the gap analysis for a keyword research tool and you have a keyword clustering, why not throw that in? And because it's going to be a part of the credits that you have over here anyways. So they're just really not doing themselves justice by really being, I would love to see green across the board right here. And just straight up, change the credits that everyone gets per month. That would just be the best, easiest way to handle this. But right now, they're really trying to get people to start off on license tier 3 so they can get everything green. You get all the features and you're going to get 800 right here. So this is kind of one of those ones where it just, unfortunately, if you want all the features, you've got to jump into license tier 3. That's $219. So license tier 1, $59, 150 credits. License tier 2 is 400 credits per month, $129. License tier 3, $219. 800 credits per month, and that's when it unlocks your gap analysis and your AI articles. And then license tier 4 at $419 all in, you get 1800 credits per month, and you get all the features right there. Let's jump into the tool real quick. So once you log in, and I will just let you know I'm on tier 1 with the tool. This Keywordly was gifted to me by AppSumo, which is great, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to pick this tool apart, look for things that they could improve, because most of the vendors and product creators end up watching my video and they usually end up private emailing me, thanking me for all the feedback. They end up going and making a lot of the changes to the tool. So, I would be doing you guys and the product creators, for that matter, a disservice by giving this a glowing review just to try to make more affiliate sales. I just don't do that. I'll call it like it is. I'll tell you what I think is really good about it and then what they need improved. That's why you guys tune in to me. There's a lot of other creators out there doing these reviews as well, but I know a lot of you have stuck with me for a long time because you just want the unbiased, in-depth review, right? And so we're going to jump in. So they have a nice walkthrough right over here, which is very in-depth. It's actually long. I ended up stopping it because you can see right over here, this is how many steps this tutorial takes you on. But I think I've got the gist of this, okay? So this is what the dashboard looks like. One thing right off the bat, so far it's a clean interface. The UI looks sleek and it just looks like you'd expect. They're kind of going with a white background and with a kind of like an orangish red as the main, text and buttons and so forth. So I think it's at least a change from the blue and purple that everybody tends to use. So it's a nice little change right there. Personally, red's not my favorite color, so it's not, my favorite cup of tea, but I can see it has nice clean lines. You can clearly see how many credits you have at all times up here. This will take you back. It's just like takes you back to another screen. So it's just basically like a back button or a history button. And then you have a settings button over here and it's grayed out. You can't actually get to settings right there. And if you click on your name over here, then you can go and pay monthly, get a subscription and so forth. So I don't see any other settings. Now, there is a billing right over here as well. So I would, subscriptions and then billing, are those the same thing? Perhaps put them in one spot, call them the same thing, can just cause a little bit of unnecessary confusion for people. But really what I was looking for right off the bat is almost every tool has this now, is a dark version of the tool. And you would just see like a little button over here where we could change this to a dark version. I don't see it in any settings or anything like that. So that would be something that I would probably recommend adding for people that are working early in the morning or late at night. They don't want this bright white screen. I really encourage them to add the darker version, the dark mode as well. It's, from what I understand about coding, it's extremely easy to do that. It looks like they do have some support. Typically replies under 3 hours, so that's great. And they're using what is this right over here? Yeah, crisp. This seems like it works really well. That's what a lot of these software tools use, is this crisp right over here. So it looks like you'll be able to get people back to you pretty quickly. I think that's a good response time. So this is kind of like your tutorial. Now, mind you, remember, I only have tier 1, so we're going to be missing quite a bit of stuff, guys. Right over here, we're going to be missing AI content outline. We're going to be missing exports. We're going to be missing keyword clustering. We're going to be missing gap analysis. We're going to be missing AI articles. Like I said, That right off the bat is annoying to me. I think that if someone's investing $60 into the software, they should get all this stuff. They should just be limited to 150 credits. What's the problem with giving this access and just having it cut off by the 150 credits? I'm making a guess that these are the most heavy on the resources. So if you think about it, I can at least make a case for why they're doing this. These are probably the most resource heavy. The exports is not. I just let people export their keywords. They paid for your tool. They're on tier 1. But at the same time, I don't really know how many resources that takes. It would be minimal, but that's going to be an ongoing feature, exporting, ongoing feature that people are going to export all the time, and they would never have to pay again for it, right? But the keyword clustering probably takes more resources, and the gap analysis, the AI articles. So other than the exporting, the rest of these, I can see how they're resource heavy and driven. And so that's probably why they've limited that. But that's just something you've got to be aware of when you're picking up the tool. So when I click on some of these, like a content outline, it's going to say upgrade my account, right? Generate article, upgrade account, right? Topical map. We actually can do a topical map, which we'll come back and take a look at that. That's cool. Keywords list, we have access to that. Keyword cluster, we won't have access to this, as you got to upgrade your account for that as well, for the most part. But this research right over here, we should have we're going to spend all of our time right up here in research. Okay, so you can click on keyword research, and we can just right off the bat go and start doing keyword research. But I'm going to go back to the dashboard just to show you that you could also use their template. So start with keyword list. We're going to click on that. It says we want to start a new keyword list. I'm going to say create new. What do we want to go with this time? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say online course. So something about online course, make this list active. So that's nice. In the tutorial, I didn't see that as an option. So they just made that as what they normally had was you would add this, save, and then you have to go back over here and then make it active. I'm glad that they're making it active right there. And I'm going to say save. So now we have this online course. Now what you can do from here, we could go back to dashboard. I believe we're in keyword lists right over here, which is right here. We'll go back into dashboard. We created our first list. We can research high intent keywords right over here. The high intent keywords, I believe that's keyword research or long tail keywords, create smart keyword clusters. I don't believe we'll be able to do that because we have an upgrade account. So again, that's an issue right there. Plan your content. No, we can't do that either, but we can do this one right over here. So an issue I have is, hey, I just picked this up. I'm happy I just got my tool. I spent $59 on the tool, and then half of your things that you have on your recommended keyword workflow, I don't even have access to. I've got to have tier 3 to get access to all this stuff, right? So that part right there is super annoying. But we're going to go over here, and I'm going to click on keyword list. And then what I believe you do is you go to online course, and you can go to the 3 dots. We can edit the list, or we can view the keywords from here. But we have this one is active. So there's a green dot right here. So this is what we're currently researching, right? So if you're going to switch and I want to go and start doing email marketing or yoga or something, we would need to create a new list and then select that as our new list that we're working on. So very important. Otherwise, you'll be doing research over here and you'll be throwing keywords into this online course right here, which you don't want to do that. Okay, so this is our active list. Let's go down. Let's go with keyword research. So you would still need to put this in right over here. Now we're looking at Google and Bing right over here. So get a list of keywords for your topic like coffee or website, coffeebeans.com. Run your ad campaigns on Google and Bing. Not really sure what that is for. Keyword research, but we will go and try this out. So online course, is this one specifically for online advertising? And if it is, it should be clearly labeled over here. If you're looking at keywords that you can go and run ad campaigns on, there probably should be like ad keyword campaigns or ad keywords, something like that, right? Look, here's a list of all the countries that you have access to search specifically for. It's not a large list, but it will get you started for most highly populated countries right over here. We're going to go and research real quick. So this is going to take 4 credits right here, 4 credits to do this research right here. So it's not like one credit per search or anything like that. Why does it take 4 credits? I guarantee you a lot of you have issues with credit systems and stuff because you can always redefine credits. You can always change that. It gives a lot of flexibility to the vendor, unfortunately. And there's been a lot of kind of bad blood with that, if you will, with doing credit systems and then later on changing the credits and stuff like that. So again, you got to be aware of that possibly happening. Unfortunately, the unfortunate part is not saying that Keywordly is going to do that. But unfortunately, we've seen that time and time again with other creators that have launched on AppSumo with lifetime deals. So here we have all these keywords that have come in. I love the trend that comes in. That's not new. We have other keyword tools that do that as well, but it's a nice feature. And then we have our search volume. We have our keyword difficulty score. Now, I would love to have little notes up here that kind of define at least how we're getting it or what, right? Obviously, there's going to be an algorithm, but are we looking at right now? Because up here, they're talking to us about running ads on Google and Bing. Are these keyword difficulty scores right here SEO related, or are they, advertising related? We have competition right over here. So we have a keyword difficulty is yellow and medium, low and green. So these seem like they match, but we do have an orange, going up there to red, but it still says medium right here. So if I had to look at this from what I know about other keyword research tools, the competition would show advertising competition. So if you don't want a competition can be good because it means it's a popular keyword. A lot of people are bidding for it. But low would mean that you would get a lower bid and so forth. And then KD would mean if you're going to try to rank for this. But I find it highly, highly doubtful that a keyword that's getting 74,000 search volume, medical billing and coding online classes, is an only 22 KD, right? So that is something that I would, just right off the bat, I have questions about how they're getting their scores. Again, this definitely would 74,000 for a keyword that has a cost per click of $71. There's just no way that it's 22 on the SEO front, right? So we put online course and we're just going to look and see. So I want to go up here to like KD. We can click on that. That's great that we can sort our data, but we can't filter. And now if I wanted to pull these keywords in and export them, that is letting me. So file has been downloaded successfully. So why are we getting, let's go and take a look. It did let me export. So that's something that they do have incorrect on the sales page and the pricing. You are able to export. So really, really liking that. I can take back all the stuff I said 5 minutes ago, which is great. This is either a mistake on their part or the language on the sales page is wrong. And so what I'll do is I'll reach out to AppSumo to make sure that they kind of can be clear on that. We can see how many keywords it pulled in for us right over here. So it did pull in 765 keywords. This isn't going to be your keyword research tool that's going to bring in those 10,000 keywords or something like that, but that's a pretty good amount. We've seen keyword tools that struggle to get 500 keywords for you. So 765 for a very specific keyword online courses is pretty good, because this is where you could come in here and start sorting this. So you would have to sort it by Excel. You'd have to have just a little bit of Excel skills. Let's go see if we can do a little bit of sorting right over here, or we could filter. So you could sort from here, add different sorting, or you could come in here and you can just add a filter right over here. Click the filter right there. And let's just say we want to look at keywords and we want to do greater than, or we want to go between, right? So let's say we want to look at keywords that have between 25 search volume and less than or equal to 2,000 right there. Okay. So that's what we want to look at. And let's see, it should be doing that for us. Okay, I had a double take, but it is working. The filter that we put on is working. We can go over here and just show you. So we have 25 and 2,000, and then you just have to click off of it. Instead of apply filter, that button just didn't highlight. But you can see we have 1,900 right here, and we have all the way down to, you scroll down to 25. So we're looking at keywords that are within our search volume range. We know that if they're going to go over 2,000, that they're going to be way too competitive and so forth. Maybe on the competition score right over here, we want to, if you're looking at writing articles, maybe we want to go like this, and we just want to say less than or equal to, and let's just say we want to go with like 15 right here. I'm going to click off. And so then now we've sorted this. You can highlight this and you can see down here that we have 66 keywords right here that we can start looking at, writing articles on, that should be able to rank at some point. And then we have our cost per click. If we're looking at, the cost per click, these are very, very high cost per click. So I don't think I would even worry about this. But maybe like Udemy Learning right here, you don't want to, even compete with that. Has a low cost per click, and you're competing with directly with an actual site. So maybe you want to do that, or you want to filter out anything that says Udemy because there's more up here, like this one right over here. So that's how you would, sort and filter and so forth. I just don't understand from a keyword research tool standpoint, you've got to build in those filters over here. You've got to come to launch with those filters. You've got to let people come in here and add these simple filters. I only want 2,000 or less search volume, blah, 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 blah. You've got to be able to do that so that we can find the keywords out of those 800 keywords that we're looking for. Again, trend. Okay, so it does let us look at, I think it looks like, but what if we wanted to look at only green trends or something like that, right? That way we can come in here and actually find stuff that we want to actually look at, right? So that one is not good, but maybe we would change the date on that one. But not really, this isn't really the niche that I'm in. So I probably will not be adding these, but just for fun, let's go and add some. So let's go and add. So keyword added successfully. So let's just go and add some keywords to our list real quick. Let's just say we added all those, okay? So that's the keyword research. If we come back down to keyword list, you can see there's a green dot. We'll come click over here and you can see we have 7 keywords that we've added. We can go and view, and all those keywords will be right here. It will tell you what the search intent is after, right? So that's great. Again, I'm not seeing, you can add a keyword manually right here, but I'm not seeing a filter. I'd love to have filters. You have to build filters. I don't understand how you can build a keyword research tool without filters. I'm sure all of you are shaking your head as well. Most of you would probably agree with me, because it shouldn't be a hard thing. This right here is just a table of information. It's almost like it's an Excel spreadsheet. You should be able to build in some simple filters right there so people can manage their keywords a lot easier, and they wouldn't have to export. They actually wouldn't have to export if we could filter all of our keywords right here when we're doing our research, and we would only add those keywords, and we would be able to find the keywords with the exact metrics that we're looking for much quicker, okay? So you can come over here and actually, let's see, edit the keyword. Okay, you can just edit the keyword. I would have thought that there would be another button over here to send to, AI creator or something like that. Maybe that's something that from a navigational standpoint, they will add later as well. But that's how that works. Let's go back over to people also ask now. So now you can understand user and search intent with people also ask keyword research. Standard depth, we can go depth 3. Let's just go with standard depth. And let's go with a different keyword. I think I'm going to go back to email marketing for the rest of this, because it's just it's a niche that has been around a long time, and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. There's a lot of money to be made in it. I just want to see what they are able to find for us. So here's a visual tree. Email marketing. We've got what are the 4 types of email marketing. You could actually click on this, and no, nothing happens when you click on that. Okay, so it's just a visual map, and it just found 4 different threads that we could go into. Questions right over here. We just have 4 questions and related searches right over here. Email marketing jobs, email marketing examples, tools. So this gives us, the way that I would do it is this gives us a lot more ideas that we could actually go. And so we could actually click on this, and that would actually take us over to Google to do some more searching. So I'm going to go back over to the tool, and we'll come back over here and get a little bit more specific. And I want to go depth 3 and see what that does for us. And forbidden, you do not have permission to access this resource. So we cannot go depth 3 because we don't have high up. So they really limit you on what you can do with the tool, which is super annoying, even when you just purchase the tool. I'm only seeing on the people also ask feature, I'm only seeing 4 threads at a time. Questions right over here. So, and then related searches right here is the only one that gives us more. Now, add keyword to active list. You can add these keywords as well. One more thing I want to do is I want to just go with marketing, because there should be a ton of marketing, right? I'm going to say research. We'll see if it does more for us. No. So for whatever reason, this is only pulling back 4 types of, I would be used to seeing hundreds. So I'm not really sure what this tool is doing, because it's only bringing back 4 things. Not too impressive. The only thing that's kind of that I can see myself using is the related searches to see what other things to search for and so forth. Not too impressed with people also ask. Let's go to long tail keywords. You can dominate your niche. with long-tail keywords, generate content ideas to rank faster. This is probably where we would spend most of our time, right? Again, we have Reddit and Quora right over here. Is that where they're scraping Reddit and Quora? I would say probably yes. So then what is it doing for all of these right over here? We know keyword research, it was getting it from either Bing or Google. People also ask, I guess those are just stuff that people are asking on Google that end up being your keywords. When you go and do a search right over here, those would be these people also ask keywords. But again, why is it only giving us 4? That feature where you click on one of these and then more of them show up, that they're taking that away from tier 1. I believe that's what that 3 levels deep would do. And then again, it just makes it to where it's not really a keyword tool that we would really benefit from, because we could just go and do the keyword research ourselves and get more keywords right here, right? Reddit and so long-tail keywords, let's go in and let's just do email marketing and see what the long-tail keyword research will do for us right here. So we get quite a bit more keywords. This is kind of what we were looking for, right? For the first time so far, we're finally getting somewhere where we have a lot of keywords, a lot of keyword suggestions. This is just kind of like kind of like a wheel of all the long tail keywords. Kind of hard to look at this way, but it's a nice visual representation. I'm scrolling down with my mouse. I don't see how I can, okay, so I'd have to use the bar over here. And we can lower it like that. And then we could zoom in by hovering over. Nope, that's not working either. We can export the PNG, but we're going to most likely what you'll be clicking on is the questions, right? So it's going to just take all those and actually put them in a nice format for us. Can we export this? Yes, we can export that. Super cool. I do want to look and see what that looks like for us though. It's going to tell us the search item. Nope. But we have what category it belongs to, and then the question. We don't have any other stats. Just make sure that you are aware that we don't have any stats, search volume, nothing like that. These are very long tail keywords that might not have any search volume in keyword research tools and so forth. And so you have to kind of just be aware of that. So we have all these keywords. You could go and just download the list and start highlighting ones that you think you could create YouTube videos on. I could see a use case for this when you're starting a YouTube channel. You could just start, every single one of these, you're talking about email marketing, going to be training the YouTube algorithm that your YouTube channel is about email marketing. So it'd be a great start. This is stuff that people are actively searching. So it would be a great way to create videos and stuff as well. So that's the long tail keyword. I like this one. It's pretty good, like you would expect from other tools that are similar to it. Reddit and Quora right over here. So find conversations on Reddit and Quora that belong to your topic. Browse to these threads from Keywordly. I'm not sure if it doesn't sound right, but write content to answer the questions. All right, so we're going to go with email marketing again, and let's just see what people are talking about with email marketing. We have our visual tree. Again, it's bringing us more stuff that people are talking about than the people also ask. So again, this tool right over here is also, I think, more useful as well. So is email marketing still worth it? 2024. So you could just go and make this video or article and then just change it to the current year. How to make, what is that, $300,000 quickly via email marketing. That's very specific. Right there, how can a beginner start email marketing effectively? How to start a career. So if you click on one of these, nothing happens. When you click on these, nothing happens. We have Reddit, and it only pulled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of them is the email marketing place where you could go and actually, start researching on Reddit. You could just go and try to copy this and then go over to Reddit. But I'm not impressed with what it's finding for us. It's not finding a lot, right? This is supposed to be a scraping tool. It should be bringing dozens, maybe 100 or 200 keywords for us. Email marketing is a popular subject, and it's just not, we can just do another test right here. Watch, if I go to, what are people talking about with just marketing research? And it's only going to pull 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So it's only going to pull 6 for each. To me, that's just not good enough. What is marketing? Again, you're not going to rank for that, right? That's so broad. So how to learn and practice marketing so you could click on this and it's going to take you to that Quora post, which is how to learn and practice marketing when you have nothing to market. All right. I'm not really sure that's going to get a lot of traction, but you can see there was 51 upvotes. It's probably decent. Again, it's about the volume is the problem that I have, is that it's just not giving us a lot. It's just giving us a few things, a few options. There's no need to even export this because there's just not a lot going on right here. Now we could go with plus add keyword to the active list. So we could go and plus with that, and it's going to go and add it to our list over here. So it's going to treat it like it's a keyword. We're going to go into Amazon keywords now. So upgrade your account. Nope, we don't get that. Let's go back over and see if it even lists that. It does not, right? So this isn't even listed down here. We have keyword research and ideas. People also ask, Longtail, Reddit. This would give you the idea that you would get at least access to the keyword research tools because you paid for the keyword research tool. And they've built in some more things to constantly remind you that you don't have access to this. You can tell my annoyance by running into that snag right there. Competitor gaps. Nope, can't do that. Would love to see how well it would perform with that. But based on what I've seen over here, not too happy, or I could probably predict that it wouldn't give us too many keywords. Idea generator. What is this? Look for new keyword ideas. Enter a topic or query, and we will find them in a jiffy. So Google and Bing, let's stick with Google and let's try again. I think sticking with the same thing to show you the different results from the different keyword tools is a good comparison. This one's going to actually give us the search intent, but I don't know why the Longtail keyword section that returned a bunch of keywords for us didn't. I don't think it gave us the search intent. So we have our keyword difficulty, email marketing. You can add these to the keyword list right over there. Page 1 of 5. So how many keywords are displayed on the page? Okay, so it's 20. So there's about 100 keywords that it found for us under idea generator. So email and marketing, marketing, that's not a keyword. Email for email marketing, just different ways of saying email marketing. Not really sure what's going on with this particular tool right here. Platform email marketing. So some of these might do decent right here. Platform email marketing, platforms for email marketing. That one might be a good one. So we could add that to the list. We could take this keyword and then we could go over to keyword research or Longtail keywords. Let's just go over to Longtail keywords, put that in right there and see what it finds for platforms for email marketing. I'll say the tool it's pretty snappy and fast in a sense with some of these tools. That's not really pulling a whole lot of information for us. So I'm not surprised. It should be fast, but this one did decent right here. Let's go and look at the questions right here. What platform to use for email marketing, list of email marketing platforms. So this is probably the best way that I would use the tool. Find your specific Longtail keyword, then go into Longtail keywords and paste that Longtail keyword in, platforms for email marketing, and then research that. And then you're going to have an entire, quite a bit, 15, let's say about 50 keywords right there that you could go out there that are very specific to that keyword. That's the best way that I would probably use it. And then let's go into the topical map and try email marketing for a topical map and see what it does for us there. And then that's pretty much all we had access to, you guys. Let's go over here and it says generate a topical map for your keyword list. Strategically outline the SEO content you need to cover the length and breadth of your keywords. Oh, okay. So I need to go and let's go back over real quick to the keyword, to the Longtail. And one thing, let's see if we can click over here and go back to our keywords. This kind of looks a little different. This is where the credits came from. So this is just going to tell you what your credit history was. So everything that we've done right over here, you can see how many credits it took, right? How many credits it took. The Longtail keyword takes and keyword research take the most. They take 4. The rest of them take 2. One thing that's a little bit annoying is if I wanted to go back to Longtail keywords and put that platform one in there, right? But I'm just going to say email marketing. We've already searched this, email marketing. So I've already searched this several times. I shouldn't have to spend more credits for researching something that I've already researched. That's another thing. I'm going to push search and watch the credits. They're going to go down by 4 again. That part right there is super annoying. That I think that needs fixed. If you're searching the same thing, especially if you're searching the same keyword within 24 hours or whatever, it should not charge you credits, in my opinion. There should be some type of temporary cache or something. But here's all these keywords. I'm just going to go and add a bunch of these. So I'm just going to go and add these. it would be really cool to have a button over here, add all keywords to list. Why do we not, we need to be thinking of the user. When we're creating software tools, we need to be thinking of what it's going to be like for the actual user using the tool. How are they going to add all these keywords? But I've got to go over here and manually add all these keywords to my list, which is super annoying. I'm going to go and finish this real quick. Okay, so I've got them all added. So all those keywords were added. Again, had to manually click on each one of them to do that. Let's go over to the topical map. And then what we'll do is we'll select that list that we created, online course. This one should be email marketing, but we're just going to roll with it, guys. So we're going to say generate. So now it's going to generate our topical map by taking all those keywords, and then it's going to, basically kind of cluster them, if you will, and kind of come up with an outline for like our website, if you're going to launch a website. So I like the idea of this feature based on your actual keyword research, which is cool. And here's what it gets. That was live. I didn't really pause or anything like that. So that was pretty fast. So we have pillar topic, email marketing in India. I don't know if that was one of the keywords that I selected. I know the software is based out of India, so that is interesting right there. Understanding email marketing. Yeah, so this would not be a pillar topic. I'm creating my site. It's just about email marketing worldwide, or more specifically, United States. All my keyword research was based on selecting USA. This right here is, I believe, kind of a bug in the software. You wouldn't be creating a pillar topic on email marketing in India. That means that it's connected to IPs and so forth in India, and that's what ended up happening right there, because this would not be our subtopic right over here, understanding email marketing. But long story short, let's come through here. So we have total articles 4, high priority 3. That would be, these are your subtopics. So let's just pretend that this is just email marketing or email marketing in USA. These would be the actual probably categories. And then these are the amount of articles that it's finding for us. So if we went in here at email marketing strategies, you would have your articles right here, effective email marketing strategies for 2023. Obviously change that to 2025. It's a blog post and you have a guide, a blog post, an article. Priority, I don't know what the priority is, or it's just telling us that high priority is the ones you should hit first. You can click on this. It's going to go and open that up for, obviously you would want to change this to 2025, and you can start looking at what your competition is, doing research and so forth. But this is what your outline is going to be. Explore the latest strategies that yield high results in email marketing. So it gives you a little bit of kind of idea of what you should write the article about. You're going to need to do a lot more research. You can use Neuron Writer to go out there and find all the list of topics that you want to include. But this is kind of the way that I would do it. Is you would have your email marketing website, and then you would have all these would be categories, right? So it created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. And within each category or subtopic, you have all your articles. So this is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 articles for all that content that we had. Where to learn email marketing in India, right? So we're not going to write articles on that. I'm not trying to rank for that. That's something that they really need to be aware of, that if people are doing research and using this tool, if it's completely defaulting to India on everything, they're going to have some kind of annoyed customers. So they definitely need to be aware of that. So that's going to conclude the review. We can go back to the dashboard, 88 keywords saved, 2 keyword lists, 3 credits utilized, research history, and it's going to say usage summary, how you're using the software and so forth. So I'll just go over kind of like what I like and what I dislike about the software, and then I'll kind of give you a final, out of 5 rating. The UI is clean. The software is fast. Wasn't a lot of bugs other than the India one that it keeps defaulting to everything being from India, even though I did my research in the United States and my IP and everything is in the United States. So I shouldn't have a whole lot of India stuff. So that's something that's definitely annoying and they need to be aware of. And I believe that is kind of a little bit of a bug or bad setup in the system. But the UI is clean and fast. I would say they do need to add that dark mode as well. So I'm just kind of notating all the stuff that they need to, update or add. And then we start looking at keyword research. The only ones over here that I would use that are impressive is maybe the keyword research and the long tail keywords. Honestly, just these 2 keyword tools right here were useful. I liked that I was able to export as well. That's something that they are saying that you can't export right over here. You can come over here to license tier 1 and they say you cannot export, but we were able to export all of our keywords. So that right there is not good. They need to go and put a check mark there. Or they don't want you to export and they just don't have that turned on. So those are just little details that I actually find in the software when I'm reviewing them. And this was a first look. This was like, I hadn't used the tool before. Credit system, guys. I guess I'm just kind of going over a lot of the stuff I don't like, but the credit system, this was not heavy use at all. I just used every tool once and we went from 150 to 120 pretty quick. We used 30 credits pretty quick. I think for some light use at the end of the day, I'd have to say that it matches. It's pretty well. The credit system, the way it's currently set up at launch, I think is pretty good. For a $60 product, we're going to be able to get some pretty good research done with our 150 credits. So I think it's pretty good. I'll say I'll give it a decent score for the credit system. It's decently generous on the credit system. It seems to match the tier that you buy. We could probably get through another 6 or 7 keyword research sessions on the license tier 1. So that's pretty good, right? We could have just done this much keyword research and this could be like at 80 or something like that. Then I'd be feeling a little bit different. But the fact is we still have 120 credits. Pretty good. I like the setup. You do all your heavy keyword research, then you can come in here and you start looking at your keyword list, right? We can just go start a new keyword list. We can go and look at all of our keywords right over here. So the navigation, the way that the software pops, it's fast and functional and so forth. I like all that. It does seem to be bringing in the search intent and some stats, right? So, but right over here, yeah, we have our keyword difficulty and our cost per click and our search volume. So it is covering the basic metrics that we do look for. Again, another navigation issue or a con for me that they never offered any filters. Another example that they need to be aware of is that a lot of people do keyword research where we're only going to go after keywords that are maybe 5 or 6 or 7 keywords in the phrase or more, right? We're going after very long keywords. We're trying to answer questions and so forth. So like if this one, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this has 5, but if I want to only go after 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I would write on this article, but I wouldn't write that article. A filter over here is saying, hey, show me all the keywords that are 6 words in the phrase or more, 6 words, right? Then we'd be able to cut this. We would be able to really cut our research time in like not even by half, by like 75%. So instead of looking at hundreds of keywords right here, we would be able to see like, okay, so there's 6 keywords I want to go after, something like that, right? So we need filters. You can't create a filter. You can't create a keyword research tool and not give filters out, in my opinion, and and charge people for that. And that's my opinion. The long tail keywords, keyword research, those were useful. I would use those. People also ask was left me wanting a lot more, where it only gave you like 4, keywords. Each time I searched, I tried different keywords and stuff as well. So not happy with that one. Reddit and Quora, wasn't really impressed with that one as well. Then we were constantly reminded of that we don't have access to half the tools right here. So that part was pretty annoying as well. The idea generator might be worth using, but it did bring back a lot of sloppy keywords that mean nothing. And so at the end of the day, I was kind of harsh on this tool, and I think it's with a good reason. I've tested over 100 keyword research tools over the last 5 years. I'm pretty aware and knowledgeable of keyword research tools. I've been a paid member of Ahrefs or subscriber of Ahrefs, SEMrush. SEMrush wants to give me their tool for free because I have this channel and they want me to be an affiliate for them and so forth. There's the keyword research tools are, I think, easy to create and replicate, but they're hard to do unique things to, make sure that you're making money as the product creator, the software creator, but also making your customers happy with what they are getting. And so naturally, I grade AI content writers and keyword research tools pretty harshly because that's my niche. I'm most familiar and knowledgeable about those types of softwares. So all in all, Keywordly has a nice base foundation. They have some things they need to clean up, as I've already mentioned in this video. The pricing, I think, is pretty good. I mean, even on all ends, only $400. We've seen keyword research tools with all ends at $600, $700, $800. But I will also say another thing that, there's no keyword tracking in here. This is just straight up a keyword research tool, but then they also are trying to add in AI writing. We don't know what they're using to create those articles. Are they using Claude, Sonnet 3.7, the latest version? Are they using, what are they using with OpenAI and ChatGPT? There's just a lot that we kind of don't know. We can come over here and look at the roadmap real quick. Ability to find keywords for Shopify app. That one was added 2 hours ago. So this is brand new. We're not seeing, this is the main roadmap. There's just nothing, it's brand new. There's nothing on the roadmap. So we're really going to have to, if you're going to invest in this, you're going along the ride with them. I could sit here and talk for another 10 minutes, but at the end of the day, there was decent keyword research. I think a good user interface. So it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. But for me personally, it just wouldn't be a tool it's definitely not a tool that I need. There's a lot, keyword research tools are very competitive. And if you're not doing something very unique or, giving a lot away or something, you're going to have a hard time competing in this particular software niche. And I'm sure most of you will agree with that. So with that said, I'm going to give this a 3.5. I think a 3.5 is pretty solid. It's probably worth picking up if you need some keyword research done. But if you are a professional SEO or something like that, this tool is definitely not going to do enough for you. It doesn't even have filters. So what do you guys think? Do you think that I actually was too kind with that score? That this should have been a 2.8 or a 3? But I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.5. If they cleaned up some of these things, if they actually listen to this video, take it to heart and go and improve the software, then this software could be a 4-star software for sure. But they just need to clean up some of those things, some of those bugs and so forth. So 3.5 stars. The link will be below if you want to go check it out and, help support the tool. Then you can click the link below, go pick this up. I don't think it's terrible. It's also not the best that I've seen. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.